Yeah, so I have lit a candle here for our working here together. I've set the space as I would set a space when I'm working with clients or doing healing work, calling in all sorts of protection and gridding the field of the room, really to allow this transmission to go as deeply as possible for us now that are live in this present moment, and also for everyone else that joins this field and this practice for the next 30 days, whether you're watching this live right now or whether you're watching it as a replay. And I wanted to just first share with you, before we do the meditation, I wanted to just share with you a little bit about where this came from and why I decided to share this in particular, this meditation in particular, because I have sort of a whole volley of meditations in my toolkit. But for many of you, you know that I've been working on a PhD, which I just graduated last December. And part of a PhD journey is a kind of self-isolation. It's a kind of quarantine almost, because you're really trying to close off your senses in the way that I wrote my dissertation, trying to close off your senses to as many external distractions so that you can go really, really deep inside of yourself and inside of the material to pull up, to mine those gems that are in the depths of your psyche. For what you're writing about. And so for the past 5 years, I've been in a type of self-quarantine. And I realized the other day that things that I was doing and ways that I had learned to orient myself to be in that kind of closed off space could actually be a really useful offering for everyone right now as you're navigating this imposed, I chose to do the sort of self-isolation to write my dissertation, but y'all are kind of having to deal with it, not by choice, but there are some tools that we can use to really move through this time, not without pain and not without strife and not without chaos, but keeping our souls intact, keeping our psyches as agile as possible, so that whatever we're encountering, whether it's illness or shortages or whatever, we are in our sovereignty, we're in our seat, really holding that from a place of wisdom and from a place of discernment. So what I'm going to offer you today is a really powerful discernment tool, in that it really aligns the psycho-emotional body and brings you into a kind of grounded space, or a kind of centered space. And then from that, you can sort of move throughout your day and make decisions that are coming from a place not of panic or fear, but from a place of, all right, here in this moment, right here, right now, I'm breathing and I'm okay, whatever degree of the spectrum of okayness, and then from that make my decisions, move forward through my day from that place. And I also want to say that this practice is not about sublimating or eliminating difficult emotions. That's not what we're doing here. Difficult emotions are part of our human experience. They're part of our emotional spectrum. And so we're going to feel fear. We're going to feel stress and all of these different emotions that come up, as I shared in my post about this meditation yesterday. And the question is, how do we navigate those with the most range of skill and the most vitality that we can muster in any given moment? And that's going to change from day to day. One day we might have really a lot of energy, and other days we might just be a lot more internal and lower energy. So we're going to get going with the meditation here in a moment. The one final thing that I would like to share with you is that the way that I use this is a kind of harnessing my focus and harnessing my energy body for the day. And I found that as I was writing my dissertation, I had to put in place certain things that I needed to do in the day, in the early part of my day, to be able to get to the point to actually write anything of value. And so this was one of the practices where I would wake up in the morning, and usually, invariably, when I woke up in the morning, I would feel really flat and really low, and my energy would have dipped throughout the night. And I won't go into all the reasons why, but there's some health things I'm dealing with, and also things living in an urban environment here in San Francisco that are challenging to my nervous system. And so I would wake up in the morning and I would lay in bed, and I usually felt pretty low most days. And so I would take on these breathing practices that would enable me to some days just be able to get out of bed, and other days be able to sort of corral and array my energy in a way that would help me do something with my day. So we're going to do the energy balancing meditation. It's about 30 minutes long, and it is designed to be a very thorough practice that moves through 5 different levels of the psycho-spiritual body. We're going to use breath. We're going to use light, or a sort of a visualized energy. We're going to use color. We're going to use energy, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, and then we're going to use sound. And those 5 elements really help to align the energy body in a way that sort of fills you up with vitality, constellates you in a way that makes it more feasible to address whatever you've got to address the rest of the day. And when this was taught to me, as I said in my post, I was 15 or so years ago doing energy healing certification training up at Diamond Light School in Marin. And Vajra Matuso, my teacher, is a Sufi master, and she, as part of learning how to do energy healing, she gave us this practice to do for 30 days in a row. And she said, if you will take on this practice for 30 days in a row, it will radically transform your energy body in a way that I can't really explain to you why or how now. You just have to take it on and do it. And so I did. I undertook that practice, and then I continued doing it. And then I got to the point where I started teaching it and sharing it with other people, because that it was so powerfully transformative for me, going through a lot of loss at that time in my life. It allowed me to just sort of function in the world. And so I'm going to pass it on to you today and invite you, it's April the 1st, I'm going to invite you to take this on for the next 30 days. There is a link that was posted yesterday in the chat, and also I'll give you the link right now and again at the end, that you can go and download an MP3 of this. And I also have a written version of this that I will post as part of this video when we're done, so you can read through it. And after doing this for a little bit, I was actually able to memorize it, because it's fairly basic if you understand the energy body system, the chakra system. And then you can do it on your own, and you can do it anytime during the day. It doesn't have to be first thing in the morning. I just personally liked to do it first thing in the morning, because that really helped me set my energy for the day. But do it whenever you feel called and whenever you need. And you can do it more than once a day if you would so choose. So I'm going to talk you through each of these, and then we're going to do it. And the doing it will be about 30 minutes. So this whole piece in and of itself will be maybe about 45 minutes, provided I don't continue to chatter. So the purification with breath, we start with the earth breath, which is in through the nose and out through the nose. And I'm going to talk you through this, and then we're going to do it, and I'll talk you through it. But I want to give you sort of the outline of what we're going to do. But don't worry, I'll be with you every step of the way, telling you what to do. So earth breath is in and out through the nose. And then we'll move to the water breath, which is in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we move into the fire breath, which is in through the mouth, where you focus on the inhalation at your solar plexus, which is your rib cage area, and then out through the nose. And you sort of exhale through the nose and imagine the energy coming out through the nose and the heart area. And then we move into the air breath, which is in and out through the mouth, but kind of focused in the head. Then we'll move into the light breath, and that is moving up the system of the body. What's in the tantric or a Hindu tradition is called the tantric, the chakra system, but I'm going to describe it more along the physical body locations. And we breathe in and out of these areas of the body, just imagining a light coming in and out. And then we'll move into the color breath, and the breath with colors. You can use the traditional Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet for those colors. And there are also a slightly different color system that I was taught by my teacher that is what she called the Sufi color system. And that is red at the root, pinkish orange in the sacral chakra. The solar plexus is orange. The heart is gold. The throat is a green turquoise color. The third eye, the brow center, is blue in the eyes, and then violet in the middle or the third eye. So you've got a blue in both eyes, like a codon or a brilliant electric blue, and then the third eye is violet, and then the crown is a clear white light. We're going to use the traditional Roy G. Biv system today. In the recording, if you choose to download it, you'll get the Sufi colors, I believe is what I used in that. And then we're going to do a purification with energy. And so we've got sort of up here the clear white light, and the energy breath brings that energy from the crown down into the root, and then sort of stacks like you're filling up pouring water into a cup, and it's filling up the system with the energy. And then the final breath cycle is sound. And the sound is not based on, again, what we normally, the lam vam ram that we think of from the Hindu tradition, but in this system we're doing only 5 sounds. And the first sound is eh, or eh, in the solar plexus. The second sound is ah in the heart. The third sound is ooh in the throat. The fourth sound is E in the brow, and the fifth sound is at the top of the head. All right, so that's a lot of explaining. Let's get into the doing. So find a comfortable seat. You can be lying down also and just listen. I'm going to close my eyes and invite you to close your eyes or just find a soft gaze. And just take a moment, and we're just going to root ourselves down. And imagine all of the people that are on this live cast right now, rooting themselves down, and all of our roots connecting like a tree. And imagine now all the people that will watch this cast later, and their roots down and connecting like a tree. And then imagine all of the people that listen to this recording MP3 and take this practice on for the next 30 days, rooting down and connecting into the earth like a tree, so that our roots wrap around the globe, and the merit and the fruit of this practice vitalizes and connects us in a way that perhaps we've never been able to experience before as a planet and as a species. And just like the trees, we send resources back and forth through those root networks. And we feel the collective power and the collective wisdom of us as a species. And we feel our collective community with non-human plants, animals, earth, and other. And now beginning with the earth breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. and feeling that breath in and out through your nose connect into those roots deep into the earth, grounding. And again, we're not forcing the breath, we're just allowing everything with this earth breath to settle in and out through the nose. And we're inviting Mama Earth, Gaia, to use gravity to draw anything inside of us that feels tight or stuck or overwhelmed, just to compost it, draw it out of our body right now, so that we can be here now, in this moment, open and willing and ready to receive. And now moving into the water breath, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can feel with the breath as you exhale out the mist of your voice, the mist of your breath. And as you exhale, it's almost like a cascade of water flows down and through you from above, like a waterfall of light. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And allow that water to just cool and soften and calm your nervous system. And now we're going to move into the fire breath, in through the mouth and out through the nose. And as you breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose, it's like a bellows is getting pumped and filled, which is the fire breath, the breath of your vitality, the breath of your spark of being right here in this moment. Breathing in through the mouth and focusing on your solar plexus, the upper rib cage. And out through the nose and focusing on that fire stoking the light in your heart. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Sometimes I get the image of a dragon with a little bit of smoke curling out the nose as we fill the body with the fire breath. And now switching to the air breath, in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And this in and out through your mouth is a very subtle breath. It's focused kind of in the head. And it's air, but it's a refined air. Like almost like, you can even imagine it's like this ozone infused air in and out through the mouth. And take a few more breaths in and out through the mouth. And just move now back to normal breathing. And we're going to focus the next breath on your root, which is your tailbone or your perineum, on the base of your body. And we're going to breathe a light, a white, beautiful, soft light into the root. With the inhale, breathe the light in. And with the exhale, invite the light to shine out. And if you're visually oriented, you can focus on the light brightening. If you're somatically or body sensory oriented, you can sort of feel the light. Or you can just imagine that this light, and know that the collective merits of what we're doing together is in training your body to the practice. So feeling that light brighten as you breathe in and exhale out, and it expands. It gets wider and brighter. And as you breathe in and the root begins to fill to a sense of fullness, the energy moves up into your pelvis, about 3 inches below your navel. And the sacral area begins to fill with light as you breathe in and out. Filling the pelvis with light, front and back, side to side, top and bottom, really inviting it to fill with light as you inhale. And exhale, shine before, behind, to the left, to the right of you. Inhaling and softening with the light. And exhaling, sending that light out and around. And knowing that as we move along, even if you still feel like more work needs to be, your awareness now up into the solar plexus, about 3 finger widths above or 3 inches above your navel, in between the rib cage. Breathing in and softening, and breathing out and expanding the light. Breathing the light into the solar plexus and exhaling and allowing the solar plexus to fill with light and to just soften anything you've been carrying in that area of your body. Solar plexus is an area where a lot of our vital organs are located. So really inviting the organs to fill with this breath, with this light, and soften. Front and back, side to side. And now moving your awareness into your heart and inviting your heart to fill with light as you inhale. And exhale, letting the light shine out. Front and back, side to side. Inviting this soft light to open the heart. Connect to all the other hearts that are doing this practice. Inhaling, softening, and exhaling, relaxing and releasing. Bringing your awareness into your throat now. Inhaling into the throat, front and back, side to side. And exhaling, light from the throat. Inhaling light, soft into the throat. And all the ways that we communicate verbally and non-verbally with people, allowing that to just soften with this light. And exhaling, relaxing. Moving your awareness now into your third eye, into the brow. Inhaling the light into the third eye, into the brow center, and relaxing and softening. Really allowing this light in the brow to soften and relax any visions or any ideas or any thoughts that you've been holding. Just allow them to just soften a little bit. Relax. Let go of the grip of anything you've been really thinking about a lot or really putting a lot of mental energy into. Just let go. Soften a little bit. Relax. And exhaling and allowing the mind to expand. Breathing in and softening with the light, and exhaling, letting the mind relax and expand. Moving your awareness now to the top of your head, and allowing the top of your head to fill with light as you inhale. And as you exhale, letting the energy at the top of your head grow wide and open, like the opening of a flower, petal by petal, as you inhale, softening, and exhale, opening with the light at the top of your head. And just take a breath or two in and out and feel the whole body now full with this soft light, this relaxation energy. And now moving your awareness back down to the root, we're going to add some color in. So breathing down at your root, the color of red, like a juicy red color, like an apple or a rose. Breathing bright red into the root at the base of the spine, the perineum. And allowing that red as you inhale to go bright, and as you exhale it kind of expands out. Breathing in red, breathing out red. Allowing that red to uphold you, uphold your roots. Breathing in and out red, and now moving into the sacral area, the pelvic girdle, and breathing in orange into the pelvis. Brilliant, juicy orange, like an orange. Breathing in a bright orange color, and exhaling and allowing that orange to shine front, back, side to side, filling the pelvis with orange. Moving your awareness now into the solar plexus in between the rib cage. And breathing in a brilliant yellow like a sun or a sunflower into the solar plexus. Allowing the solar plexus to fill with this orange color, front and back, side to side. Allowing the solar plexus to be informed by the color yellow and the vibration of yellow. Moving your awareness now up into your heart and filling the heart with a verdant green color, like a new leaf or a bud coming out of the ground. This green filling the heart front and back, side to side, with a vitality of green. Inhaling green and exhaling, inviting the green to shine from your heart out. Inhaling green and exhaling brightness of the green. Moving your awareness now into your throat and inviting the color of blue into the throat, like a brilliant blue, electric blue into the throat, front and back, side to side. Inhaling blue And exhaling, letting the color shine out. Attuning the body to the color of blue. And just adding a smile to your lips as you breathe this energy into your body. As if you were inhaling a beautiful scent along with the color blue. And bringing that smiling inhale now up into the third eye, into the brow, and inhaling indigo, like the night sky just after sunset, beautiful indigo color, in and out of the third eye. Inhaling it to the front and back and to either side of the head as you inhale indigo in and out. Opening up the vista of the mind. And now breathing into the top of your head at the crown, a violet color, like an ultraviolet energy. Violet flame, the UV, in and out of the crown, this violet energy. Smiling and breathing in, and allowing the crown to shine with this violet energy. And on the next exhale, you're going to inhale this energy into the crown. And then you're going to exhale and imagine that you're exhaling from your root, this same energy. This is where we're filling the cup of the spinal column with this energy. So we're going to inhale into the crown and exhale out the root with this same energy. So you're titrating the spinal column with this energy, raising it up. Inhale to the crown, exhale at the root. And when you're doing this on your own, you can stay with the breath until you really feel or see the lower energy rising up, or the energy rising up, I should say, filling the spinal column. But we're going to move after a few breaths up into the next energy center. So breathing in at the crown, breathing out at the root, and now breathing in at the crown, and filling the root and the sacral center now with this energy. So you're breathing in at the crown and exhaling root and sacral center together. In at the crown, out at the root and sacral center. Now breathing in at the crown and out at the solar plexus, sacral, and root at the same time. In at the crown and out at the three lower energy centers together. Send some extra energy back into your adrenals as you exhale. The adrenals are in the back of the body near the lower rib cage, and they sit above your kidneys, and all of our adrenals are really, as a collective now, very taxed because of all of the changes and the shifting and the chaos. So just give them a little bit of extra energy as you breathe into the crown and breathe out Send the energy into the lower centers and out the adrenals and wash the adrenals. They're like two little walnuts that sit above the kidneys. And now breathe into the crown. And exhale, heart, solar plexus, sacrum, and root. Into the crown. And exhale that energy out the lower, the first four chakras. Feel the heart fill your cup being filled. Breathing in at the crown. And now breathing out at the throat and all the centers of the body beneath it. The whole body now from root to throat. Inhale at the crown and exhale the energy out of the body, or the energy through the body. Breathing in at the crown, out through the first 5 chakras. You might feel your thyroid and your throat begin to open a little bit, soften with this energy. That's a good sign. Maybe the back of your neck relaxes a little bit and your shoulders drop just a few millimeters. Relax. Breathing into the crown and out now the brow and the energy centers beneath it. Breathing into the crown and out the brow, almost completely full now with this energy, this potency, this vitality, which is always available to you, which nothing can ever sever. Breathing into the crown, out the brow. And now breathing into the crown and out the entire body, now attuned to the crown. So we're just taking a moment and breathing in and out of the whole spinal column of the whole body. And you can see this energy, or imagine, or just know that this energy now extends down your arms and into your hands and fingertips and down your legs and into your feet and toes. As your whole body now is suffused with this energy, this vitality, this presence, the I am presence, your divine self. Breathing in and out and allowing that presence to just wash through you. And finally, we're going to seal this in with sound. So beginning your awareness down at the solar plexus, again, 3 inches above the navel. And we're going to use the sound, EH. And we're going to inhale and then exhale the together, and we're going to do that 3 times, and then we'll move on to the next center. So inhaling throughout the whole body, and exhaling at the solar plexus. Inhale. Inhale. just take a breath. Feel that in your solar plexus. And we're going to move to the heart and ah. So inhale. 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 Take a moment and feel that in the heart. Moving your awareness to your throat and ooh. Inhale. Ooh. Inhale. Inhale. And breathe into the throat and feel the effects. Move your awareness now to your brow and to E. Inhale. 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 Take a moment and feel the energy in your brow. And we're going to move to the top of the head and seal this entire practice into our body with the sound. So the closing of the lips really helps seal things in. And if you'd like, you can add a bind to this by taking the tip of the tongue and placing it on the top of the roof of the mouth. So breathing in. Inhale. Inhale. So just take a few moments with your eyes closed and feel the merits of that practice radiating throughout your body, inviting it to find any last nooks and crannies in your body that maybe it was having a hard time reaching, and just breathing in to those areas. And I'd like to devote the merit of our practice here today to the healing of our planet, to the recovery of those that are ill or in any state of dis-ease today, to the vitality of those of us that are on this practice and listening to this practice. And to the co-creative conscious evolution of our species, of humans. May this practice, as you take it on for the next 30 days, bring you greater peace, vitality, and a deep and abiding knowledge and conversation with your big self, your divine self, your wise self, your I am presence, however you want to language that, God, Goddess, whatever the words are that you use for that part of you. May you be blessed. So if you'd like to download the MP3 of this practice, you can go to Megan Rose, meganrosephd.com/energy balancing. Ooh. So I'm realizing I'm still really vibrating. So the nuts and bolts, the articulation of things is a little challenging. So let me give that to you again. It's meganrosephd.com/energy balancing. And you can download this as an MP3 to listen to on your digital device. And this recording will be on Facebook. You can watch it again. I'm also going to post the instructions for the meditation if you want to just read through it and do it on your own. And you can PM me or make comments on this if you have any questions. May you be blessed. May you be well. And may this practice ripple out through all of our roots as the trees ripple out and share with others. Thank you.